All right, should it be wide? And I'm guessing yes. So this is just, this is just a typical small pan. You can use this. You know my little famous foot tub that I have all the time? It don't have to be deep to get it started. So what you're gonna do is a couple of things, words of caution. So I'm gonna do a few things. So when you have one like this, you see it have all these little toes and stuff. Yeah, baby. Yeah, get some ice. Okay, what you can do is, this is like a potato. You know when you get a potato and your potato have several eyes on it, and you like, oh, I could cut that in half and I can make 2 seed potatoes out of it. Well, you could do this with the ginger. All right, we're gonna just get at, okay, my daughter had to get some ice. Hello. Thank you for the follow, Karen. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna swipe to the side so I can read the comments. Cause I got to, okay, there you go. Should it be wide? And I'm guessing okay. All right, I got just in time. Okay, thank you. All right, let's see. So, okay, babies are precious. They're precious, Sean. They're a precious mess. Okay, while you potting up this, okay. I love my babies, but you know what? They would take over my life. My grandbabies, y'all will be sitting here listening to their gibberish, and I won't have nothing to say because they'll take over. They're very animated like most kids. But yeah, so if you have one like this, in order to utilize it, you can break it in half. Now, the thing about it is, if you break it, you need to let it dry, just like you would do a potato. You want to wait a couple of days till this dry. You don't want to plant it as soon as you pop it. You want it to get dry like this. I hope y'all can see that. Let me see. You want it to be dry like that. You see that it's scaled over? You don't want to plant them like this because it will rot on you. But I can even break this one more time because see, I want to make sure I have these little bumps right here. I think they call buds. I'm not sure. That's a Google thing for you. Okay, this is where your sprouts are going to come up. And that's just from my experience. I'm just sharing my experience. I ain't telling you that I'm a guru of growing ginger. I'm just sharing what I did. Okay, you got the little nodes. And I noticed that on a lot of them, they cut that off because they don't really want you to grow it. Okay, so you can break it one more time. Okay, and now you have 3 plants, and you'd be surprised at how this little bitty piece will grow you a nice big cluster of ginger. So we're not gonna plant these today. Now my turmeric, I went to my international store, and turmeric kind of looks the same way. You see it has the little fingers on it. When I went to get it, I noticed that it was really bruised up really bad. So even though I'm not going to be planting it today, it's the same process. It's the same exact thing. Only because I'm not comfortable with that it's healed over enough for me. I want to make sure that those little broken parts are crusted over really well so that I can have success. Because last year, when I grew turmeric, because I didn't really know what I was doing, I went and got this bag of turmeric, and honey, it looked like it was 80 years old. It was so dried up and shriveled up or whatever, but I was still able to get plants. So as I continued to research, because I was just doing it on a whim because people were telling me to do it, I noticed that your ginger, your turmeric should be plump. It shouldn't be all dried up. I'm gonna show you a piece that's kind of dried up. You don't want to plant this. See this? You see that it's wrinkled? It looked like it needs some olive oil on it. You see that? That's not what you want to plant. Okay? You want to plant the ones that's firm and plump. And also, you want to make sure that they're scaled over. So I'm going to do a scaled down version of what to do, depending on you, depending on how much you want to grow, and it's up to you. So you can go from this, again, repetitive, to this size, to this size. And it would help you if you have a heat mat, but if you don't have a heat mat, I'm going to tell you this. The top of your freezer, the top of your refrigerator gets really warm. You can set it on top of that, because I know everybody don't have a heat mat. Everybody don't want a heat mat. Everybody can't afford a heat mat, but you still can grow your ginger. Okay? So I have my soil that I have sifted. Now, because I'm planting indoors, I have not only sifted my soil, I've also put hot water over my soil to kind of kill any unalive to destroy any of the larva that might be in the soil that exists already. So I've already done that. It's cooled off and everything. I'm gonna move my little thing because I don't want them to think I got some kind of something or another in there. And you want to scoop about maybe a good inch and a half of soil in the bottom of your container, whatever your container is. Okay, you don't need a lot of soil, and you just gonna spread it out. This is gonna be so simple. You're gonna be like, I could have been doing this. So should have, but you know what? Today is the day. We're gonna make it happen. So you just want to do that. So let me get some of this this ginger that is dried, and I see the little bumps on. Okay, we're gonna use this. You just gonna nestle it in there, just like that, just like that, like that. Okay, all right. This is another one. I could actually pinch it off, but I'm not, and I'm just gonna put it in there because all we trying to do is get it to make shoots. Get it to make shoots, get it to start growing so that when it's time for us to put it outside, that we can take it and put it outside. And if you haven't seen my ginger journey video after the live, you can go and see it. I've pinned it, I've shared it in my story and showed where I went from this all the way to the time of harvesting it. And it was a exciting time for me. Okay, here's another one. All right, you're just gonna press it down in the soil. We almost done. Look, we ain't been on here that long. We almost through. Hold on. Let me get one more. I'm gonna get a small piece because, like I said, eventually I'm going to put it in the big tray because I want to grow a lot. And I think this season I grew it in my front yard. Now, in my front yard, I get direct sun, but I get afternoon shade. And it enjoyed it. It did so well. And I was like, I go outside, I get so excited to see it growing. And the foliage, I think the turmeric foliage is prettier than the ginger because it has these big old tropical looking leaves, almost looks like a banana. And I would grow it just for the foliage, just to look at the foliage. So we almost done. So you got them nestled in there. See? We almost done. So what you're gonna do next, you're gonna put some soil on the top. You're gonna cover them up. We're not putting that much soil, just enough to cover the surface. We're not burying them down real far. And then we're gonna take and keep our soil moist. Now my soil is pre-moistened because like I said, I put some hot water on it. Because it's gonna be in my house, I don't wanna have the little extra people in my house. I don't want company over unless I invited you over. And I didn't invite them over to my house. So I had to make sure that we got rid of them in the next generation and stuff because we don't want all them folks up in our house that we did not invite in our house. All right. We smushed it down. Everything is covered. It's not very deep. And you have already started the process of growing either your ginger or your turmeric. And so your next step would be to put it on a heat mat, or the heat mat helps it. It's not necessary, it helps it, but if you don't have that, put it in the warmest part of your house, put it on top of a refrigerator or a freezer that's indoors, because I have outdoor and indoor refrigerator. I'm talking about the one that's in the house. And you want to check it to make sure that it's moist, not wet, not soggy, because let me tell you what I did. Last year, because I was trying to learn what to do, I had put so much water on the turmeric, child. The turmeric, I was like, what's wrong with my turmeric? Oh, well, when I started to dig it up, I found out what was wrong with it. Wait, boil water over the soil? Sorry, I just came in. Yes, I sifted the soil first to get all the big chunks and stuff out of it. After I did that, I just poured some hot water over it and let it sit. I covered it with some plastic. That's to get rid of the fungus gnats, eggs, and all that kind of stuff that be in the soil sometimes. And so I let it cool off. Once it cools off, then I use it like this. Now that's what I do. I'm not saying that you have to do that. I'm just saying that it reduces the gnats and stuff that you would have. So it's okay. I repeat myself like 50 times because I realize that people are coming in at different times. No holes in the bottom of the container, no. I don't have holes in the bottom of the container. If you were with me when we did the sweet potatoes and I put the sweet potatoes, and they were up there, I put the sweet potatoes in a container and I didn't put any holes in. Every day I just mist it. Got my little mister and I just mist it over the top just to make it moist. That's it. That's all. And you set that on your heat mat and it's going to take a while. It's kind of like, you know how pepper